Here I go. This is my testimony again. Started again after I've been out on. I had to go to the streets. I've been on the streets for a year. Luckily, after that, my got in contact with my family. My brother, Michael, picked me up and got me off the streets. Now I am in recovery, the recovery stage of my path, which I understand recovery means to me. Recovery means I'm raising my vibration. The whole time I was out there, I was lowering my vibration. I was doing massive amounts. I was sticking needles in my arm, needles from off the ground, needles fucking sharing, pumping massive amounts of meth into my arms, or whatever the hell anybody gave me. Most of that shit probably wasn't even meth, but it was what it was supposed to be, is all I know. I was out there, and I was walking my path as what I understand to be called a no-brainer. So I lowered my vibration as to like everything in life, like to walk as no part of the world, have no place to live, no possessions, like artwork that I carried around for I don't know how many years, even times when I had to go to the streets, I that shit in shopping carts and carrying that around, that is all gone. Everything is gone. I had nothing but the clothes on my back, and not having any possessions, not having anything to worry about, not having any food, not being hungry because the meth, not drinking water, you know what I'm saying? All that shit is like the same, basically was forced me to fast, but I was fasting not only, food, I was fasting like in life, everything that life is made of, of the flesh, of the third dimension, I was fasting on, which made me, and I didn't just do meth. I would do something that is, would be insane. People that smoke meth or shoot meth, they don't. Somebody asks them if they want weed, they're like, "Fuck no, I don't want that shit. I don't do that shit. I don't smoke that shit." Or people that smoke weed, they're like, "No, fuck that. I don't do that shit. I don't do that fucking. I don't do that." They called it where I was at, on the where it was. I was on Mill Ave in Tempe by the ASU, basically on campus. Basically on where the campus is, at the Tempe Town Lake. But I was doing both. I'd shoot meth. I shoot an amount instead of getting like a 20 and doing a little bit at a time and saving some and shit. I just do the whole fucking thing at one time. Whatever I got, I do the whole at one time. And then I smoke weed. That is about as dumb as you can get right there. That is like if you want to have a blank brain and have nothing going on upstairs at all, doing meth and then smoking weed That'll do it right there. It's like the first time. It makes every time like the first time you ever smoked weed. You know, so doing that and what God told me to do, told me to, you know, he told me to go like Tempe Town Lake in this one part. He told me to sit there and just be the fuck still until he tells me to. You know, basically I had to just stay there. And the only thing that I could do was walk around and find weed roaches. You know, massive amounts of weed roaches at Tempe Town Lake. You know, if you ain't got no money and you know, or if you're on the streets, go to Tempe Town Lake, walk around that motherfucker. There's motherfuckers leaving torpedoes over there. I'm like, how the hell? There's a whole gram in this motherfucker, like, that they leaving over there. And there's the fire, too. They leave the fire. They got all the fire over there. But, so doing that, and walking around looking for roaches as a no-brainer with no thought in my head, which was the process to get down to that point. To have nothing going on in my head to where I could hear and I could see. I could hear and I could see into God's kingdom, and you know, God is what I realize now is that, you know, people are like, listen, for God, you know, God talks to you like He's always talking to you, like the Creator is always talking to us. Whatever you call Him, you call Him your higher power, you call Him Jehovah, you could call Him Boo Boo Kitty Fuck. Whatever your higher power is, whatever, you know, because what He told me to call Him is Big Dog. And I've met other ones and other people that, you know, there's different names for them, and some people that have the same name, Big Dog too. But there's only one Creator, and God is everything. God is everything and everybody and everything. There's nothing that exists outside of God, so whatever you call Him, that's what He is. You know, there's truth. There is no one truth. You know, everything. The reality of it is that everybody has a different reality. The two eyes that you see through, and your world is a reality in itself. You know, and whatever you believe is true. Whatever you believe, that's what it is. You know, that's true. That's true. And it's not going to be, nobody can have the same truth. You know, how can you press onto somebody else that, no, you're believing the wrong thing because this is what I believe, so you got to believe the same thing because I have the only right belief there is, so you got to, you know, believe what I say and don't believe yourself. Don't believe what your own reality is. Anyway, I don't know if any of this fucking gibberish, freestyle ass shit, I know it doesn't make sense, but I know it makes sense to those that can hear because, you know, how the dogs talk are gibberish, sounds gibberish, sometimes it's just grunts and whistles and but a dog can understand another dog. You know, I'm awakening, and I understand now that, you know, before I was like, I'm awake. God woke me up. You know, and some people, if they say they're woke, because that's their reality. They believe they're awake. I'm not awake. I'm awakening, and I'm always going to be awakening. You know, to be awake would mean that I know everything. That I realize, you know, that I know everything. I don't know shit. You know, all I know is what I know. You only know what you know.